Dewey Mixon here as Southern Miss just finished scrimmage one of fall camp. Golden Eagles took the field for about an hour and 40 minutes, took about 85 to 90 snaps of live action football for the first time this fall. They did a kind of a mock scrimmage on Tuesday afternoon where they ran about 65 snaps, but today they were able to run around 90 to 95, 85 to 95, somewhere in there. I didn't get the exact mark down, but I just want to give you some instant thoughts on Southern Miss's first day in full scrimmage. We got to see a lot today. There was a lot to glean, and first and foremost, the offense just looked completely different than what we're used to seeing in the past, where very slow developing plays, very methodical driving, and I think fans here, they were here for the To The Top Collective, got to see that all changed almost immediately. The first drive, a 10-play, 72-yard drive that Tate Rodemaker led the offense down. He was 4 for 6, 68 yards, and he found Larry Simmons in the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown. It was 4th and goal on the 1, and Rodemaker tried to go to his tight end on the left side. That wasn't there, so he rolled out to his right and found Larry Simmons in the end zone for a touchdown. So that was the first kind of, okay, this is a different offense. It was just a very good drive. It was just all the way down the field, 10 plays. They mixed up the run and pass very well. I think there was four runs, 6 passes. So really good drive. And then Ethan Crawford came right after Rodemaker on his turn, and he came and delivered a 4-play, 71-yard touchdown drive that he found Chandler Pittman for a 52-yard catch, and then at the end he found Reed Jezelowski for a 15-yard touchdown. It was actually Kenyon Clay on a wheel route for a 5-yard touchdown. So both quarterbacks today really shined. I feel like if you're going to say, and I'm going to do another video to tell you about the quarterbacks more specifically, but if you're going to put one down as who won the day today, I would say Tate Rodemaker did. You look at his stats, 9 for 16, 152 yards and a touchdown today in his live action. I didn't take stats past when they started doing high red zone stuff. That was when we were kind of making our way down to the interviews. But until the red zone, which would have been all of the live action work from end zone to end zone, 9 for 16, 152 yards and a touchdown. Ethan Crawford, 8 for 17 and 116 yards and a touchdown. He also threw an interception at the very end of practice. Will James was able to intercept him on the final play of actually the scrimmage of the whole thing. It was an interception, kind of a over the shoulder throw that he kind of underthrew, and Will James was able to get under that. But my main takeaways today are two main things that I think what Southern Miss fans can glean from what they saw today, or what they didn't see, what they're coming here to learn about. Number one, the offensive line looked just so different than it has been in the past, and I've talked about this ad nauseum on Eagle Hour if you watch me there or listen to me there, and I've written about it on several different outlets that I write for. The offensive line, the pass protection that they were able to give Rodemaker and Crawford really stood out today. There was times where, they didn't go to their first reads. They were looking at their second and third and fourth reads, and Tate Rodemaker told us about that when we interviewed him, and said that, man, the progress that they've made even since when he got here, and you're looking at that line and all the progress they've made, and the line is pretty much set. Nunnery and Saxton still in that left guard kind of battle, but when you have Cavazos, Nunnery, or Saxton, then you have Drew Lawson and Dante Lucas, and then Zach Conte on the other side, you really feel good about this offensive line and what they can do throughout this season. Gabe Cavazos was also another player. And so, when they just gave the offense a lot of time, the running game wasn't as strong as I think a lot of people thought it could have been today, but they still were able to get out, and JQ Gray really flashed today through the holes and kind of cutting back and forth through those holes and stuff. So really, really positive day, I would say, from the entire offensive perspective. And the thing is, I don't even think the defense really played that bad. Outside of those first 2 drives, they really did tackle well. They really rebounded from those first 2 drives. They forced 2 3-and-outs right after that. And the secondary tackled well. They didn't really let a lot get behind them. They let a lot get in front of them. It was just good on good, as Will Hall likes to say. And I think that, if we can see this in the season, Southern Miss fans may want to start paying attention to this football team and what they could potentially be this season against the schedule, about how the schedule shapes up And I'm going to go right about that and kind of show you why I think maybe the perception of this team, even my perception of this team, is a little flawed, maybe even from that perspective. Now, so we got the offensive line. The number two, I really think the defensive line, both lines today, man. But the defensive line really flashed and showed what they can be. I've said for multiple times that I feel like they can have the potential of being the best in the Sun Belt, and they showed it today. Jaleel Clemens got in the backfield several times, several sacks, several pass, hurries, all those good things. They didn't let them run the ball really that well on them. They had a couple of breakthrough runs through the line, but for the most part, the defensive line was really able to shelter in that run game. And they showed what they can be. So those are my takeaways for Southern Miss's first scrimmage here on the practice field. Go read more at sm2media.com, and you can see all of our coverage there from Southern Miss football fall camp.